So, we're back at it with Conan Exiles. As Alucard Vera the First, I am attempting to make my way back to the First Folk to give them the news of what has occurred. Hello, this could be useful. Excuse me, Nixie, I apologize. Didn't even see you there. In retrospect, I have no reason to gather any of these. There we go. I am making my attempt to make it back. This route would be possibly through here. What is it on here? It's in a cave system. Interesting. What is that? I'm hearing terrifying noises. I do believe they're coming from up there. Slight pit stop. Nixie, you stay there. This is a very difficult climb for a cat. I realize I have not moved. Don't make fun of me, Nixie. Don't. This is hard work climbing. Slight rest here. Alright. Let's climb up this. Oh. I can actually see a little bit through there. How interesting. I've been near there and I am very concerned. Could have sworn that it would have been up here. But I was incorrect. Oh, hear that sound? No time to dwell on that right now. Just make our climb. Did not realize I walked right into something like this. My apologies to you. See, I require your assistance. Thank you, Nixie.
Yog, take me!
Stop headbutting the spikes. That can't be good for you.
Come into the light, shy shadow. I will drink it!
For me now, or swing for me later. Watch your flanks. Me and me mates are thick as thieves. You've got no chance, mate. No dance for me now, or swing for me later.
Thank you, Nixie. stay up here for a little while. Make our way back to the first folk.
To the abodes. Yeah.
Going to let my cat out because he's quite upset right now. Yes.
Man flesh.
Alright. Need to report my discoveries to the first folk. It is very crucial. These camps in the way are still very troublesome, however. Nixie, are you prepared? Come on.
Come into the light, your
comes
shadow.
to us.
Nixie, careful for the spikes. Cats. They seem to be able to fall from any height. Let's ignore them for now. By looking at the statues, test the distance to the first folk. Thank you, Nixie. Entering the land of the first folk. It's changed some while I've been away. Greetings, Basilo. It's been some time.
It has been a minute indeed.
How are you doing?
I trust the land is treating you well.
It has. I've come to report a little bit of some discoveries that I've been noticing off in the distance.
No. Well, do tell.
Well, to start, I've traveled enough so north that I've found green space. Loads of trees, grass, across a large wall-like structure that has encased this desert, almost separating it from life.
I see. And you found the land bountiful, no doubt?
I have. Followed with companionship. For some reason, I believe that my dear friend Nixie might be slightly intimidated by your land. If you just look beyond that tree up on the rocks, you can see my friend Nixie.
Just yonder.
Just above, over past where that encampment is.
I just come from there. I engaged in an altercation with one of the tribals. I intended to bring him over here, place him into blissful servitude. Let me see. Over there. What, that creature on the ridge?
Yes, I found that beyond the wall, nature itself is even much more tameable, and Nixie here has been my bodyguard and very nice caretaker in comparison to some of the, well, shall we say, hostile creatures known as cannibals.
No doubt. Lacking any civilization as well.
Yes. As you say...
Well, it certainly seems to have done you well, and better clad as well than when we first met, I noticed.
Well, I must say that the entities beyond the wall are much more troublesome, as they are much more quick on their feet. The people there as well are much more civilized. There's even a large dome construction. It's an entire city, in fact.
Sounds promising. I'm glad to see you've done well and thrived even, sir.
Yes, I wanted to come to discuss whether or not what your plans were for the first folk and where you might relocate.
Your timing is perfect. Scar and I had met earlier this afternoon on that very fact. We were discussing whether or not we should start to turn our attentions to finding more permanent locale.
Well,
exactly the sort of which you described.
It's much safer as well. The sandstorm does not seem to affect that location. Apparently it is completely derived only within the walls of this desert. So the moment you cross it, the safer you immediately become.
Well, I could certainly do with a few less sandstorms, that's certain. Perhaps we should check the other encampment, see if the rest of the crew are there, and if so, let's take a little survey of your proposed location.
Very well. I would think that that would be more suitable. The more hands to carry our belongings, the better. Nixie is also quite adept in holding belongings. She can handle a large amount of weight.
Good. And all in good time. Let me tie together some affairs here. Cersei, keep an eye on the camp.
Is this a
I
shrine?
have business at the other end of the river. Indeed, to the Storm Lord Ymir.
The Lord Ymir. I have found my
Indeed.
own as well. Lady Zoth, my goddess.
There's a Zoth that watches over you.
It is the intricacies of webbing and the building of construction that a spider undergoes is something of beauty itself.
Interesting. Well, your god has certainly done you well, it seems.
It has.
Perhaps you've chosen well.
I've even met another follower of hers. He enlightened me.
Good. Making friends as well. Alright, give me about a moment. Let me tie together some things and I'll join you shortly.
Very well. If you need any hands, feel free to ask. What is that? Terrifying. Where did that creature come from?
Ah, there you are.
Ah, sorry. I heard a strange sound. There was a little creature that was nearby.
I had to teach a swift lesson to this brute across the river about the perils of encroaching on our territory. He'll work the wheel. Now. The circle of friendship.
My apologies, what was that?
I said I set him upon the circle of friendship.
Oh, you called it the circle of friendship. I thought you were saying that there was a circle of friendship involved. Well, one could say that it's definitely a circle.
Yes, round and round he goes until BFF. We are. That doesn't rhyme, but I'll work on it.
Doesn't need to rhyme. He's working the wheel.
Round and round he goes until I am the only BF he knows. It stands for best friend. Get it?
Ah! Yes, now I get it.
Yes. Hilarious. Alright, shall we continue then? Let's see if we can catch up with the others and tell them of your plan.
Yes, so which way would you think they have gone?
Oh, they're probably at the other settlement. It's along the riverbank on the south side. Follow me, the river will take us straight there.
Alright. How have the lands been treating you, however?
Well, in fact, I feel like I'm finally getting my bit.
That's good. Ah! A man of daggers and culture myself. Found them to be much quicker on your feet.
Yes, I found them pound for pound to be a little more versatile. I still prefer a two-handed blade.
Well, when we make it to that area, I have a small encampment. Perhaps I can get you a better blade.
I wouldn't turn down the support.
Something on your mind?
Well, I wonder if Scar and Asmadi weren't wandering the lands. They are hunting as well.
Ah.
So if we miss them, at least you'll see the other settlement.
Yes, that'll be important. I'm gonna grab some more aloe real quick.
Certainly take your time.
Basil seems to have fallen unconscious. I wish I could give him a rough rap to possibly help aid him. Grab some resin. Always use more. accomplish with my goals. Ah, Basler, you had fallen unconscious. I had grown a little concerned. Greetings.
I was spirited away, but Ymir saw me back to my senses, and look who I found.
Ah, we were just going to go look for you.
Saw
With the headdress you are wearing.
Thank you. Traveled out a little bit further away, so it's a pleasure to meet you all. You two seem to be very well equipped yourself.
Indeed, indeed.
Indeed.
Sky, you remember we were discussing earlier the idea of finding a location to set down more permanent roots. Asmodi, I believe you were scouting the same.
Yes.
Alucard says that he's found a place that's both bountiful and rife for development.
It's spacious, has plenty of food nearby, and is also devoid of any desert. We won't have to worry about that sandstorm while we're there.
Where is this place?
It's pretty far north, beyond the desert itself. There's green, luscious forests and bountiful fruit, along with more civilized people than these cannibals.
I thought if we don't take you both too far off your path, we might travel up there and take a look ourselves.
Is it to the north and west? North and east?
It's directly north of us. There's a large wall constructed of stone with large stone statues there. If we climb and scale that, luckily I have a quick and efficient way, we can easily get across. But it's directly north of us, and to the east, and to the west. It's very expansive. More so to the north than the east.
Vegan.
What say you both?
I'm interested. But we have
As
to
am
Make
I.
the journey then.
we have to offload some gear first before we do. We're a bit loaded up.
That's very fair. If you need any extra hands, feel free to ask. I am quite barren myself, and my friend seems to still be troubled. I think that she's not been this far out from the forest.
I too would be happy to help you carry if needed, otherwise we can certainly stop by the other settlement.
Yes. It's a quick trip. We'll replenish our provisions and then we'll head north.
Very
Alright
well.
then, let us not delay. I will say I'll miss the coastline though. I'm quite a fan of the beach here.
Ah, it is quite luxurious and beautiful. There are plenty of lakes, however, but this does have a sort of aesthetic appeal to it.
Perhaps a nicer place to visit than to live long term.
These three butchers,
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think we have much to fear on the road.
Not here, no.
Up on the beasts. at least.
What of your area, Alucard? It's more perilous, less?
Much more perilous. The denizens of the forest are much more rambunctious and relentless, but as I said, it's a much more bountiful place as well. We won't have any problems gearing ourselves with iron and keeping ourselves full with the plenties of boar. Someone is screaming at the top of their lungs.
Up top. We are set upon a count of 3. Shall we relieve them of their miserable lives?
Well, if they're going to challenge us...
You picked the wrong fight!
The spoils. I still mean to journey to that black-walled city. We never did get to finish our trip there. I must say, I quite prefer to travel in groups.
It is a lot more easy.
Always a sound strategy.
Quantity and numbers.
There are many a beast that travel in packs.
True. Why should we be any different?
Exactly.
Wouldn't exactly call myself a beast, however. Unlike that
Let's
weird
just agree that we
gremlin.
prefer to be the predator than the prey.
That is very true.
They're coming.
And then there were none.
Ah, is that the settlement you're talking about? I can see something off in the distance with the trees.
That is where we're going.
There's a number of people here. Ah, Nixie. My friend has finally joined me.
Ah, this is Nixie, you saw.
Yes.
Or you spoke of, rather. Hello.
Impressive creature.
These are the types of creatures you can find right outside the walls. It's quite terrifying. Oh, wow.
No, just a friendly batting around.
I think she'll win that fight, however.
Oh, yes, indeed.
I see you've also tamed a number of hyenas. Ah!
You've become quite established here as well.
Vladir. I'm quite impressed with your steed here.
Thank you. He is one of my experiments.
I've been attempting to
Where
experiment.
did you find this beast?
Well, Well, I traded a horse for a tiger and a rhino. And I
Trade, you
decided
say?
trade. And I
What did you do with Morale?
name was Murat.
Ah, Murat! I had actually met the fellow just recently.
You know this, Murat.
He is around my area. I would say that he's much more northwestern, but he's met himself up near that city that I talked about. I found his abode by complete random chance.
Perhaps we should welcome him to the Brotherhood.
I would suggest the same. He seems to be quite adept and capable himself. He's got a number of followers and is somewhat capable in surviving on his own initially.
In fact, Alucard, I trust your judgment. I should like to bestow on you the leisure of welcoming anyone that you seem or deem worthy to the Brotherhood.
That's incredibly... I'm left without words. I must thank you for this.
That's Marty. I'll return.
Okay.
Ah, thank you very much, sir.
Let all who know that you hold rank amongst us, you've more than proven yourself.
Thank you, sir. I will not disappoint.
It is a pittance. I'm certain. Companions, friends, my time grows late in the day, and I will be called to dutiful faith soon, so I must return. But I trust the rest of you to go on and validate this claim of Alucard's for yourselves. Whatever you decide is best for the clan, then I will follow. What I would suggest here, take these charts, Alucard. They are mine.
These what?
These charts, here.
Charts, okay.
You'll find them detailed drawings and maps of the area. If you can punctuate where your plot is, then I shall find my way there in time as Ymir allows.
Very well. I will be sure to mark it for you. It is just about here. I've marked it as a possible location, but I've also marked my own location as well, which is just a far bit off.
Take a look as I have time.
Alright.
There we go. Let me see. Now where can show me where you annotated.
Alright, so if you look just further beyond these boundaries, you can see that I've marked several different fortification symbols. One that looks to be a bedroll and one that looks to be almost like a castle. Let me point it out to you here.
Perhaps in my eyes, I cannot quite make it out.
Now, my penmanship is quite terrible, so give me one moment. Let me scribble out this, mark this properly. Yeah. Do you see it now, by chance? There's a couple of the markings in the way, but you should be able to discern them based off of the fortification symbols and the bedroll.
Oh, alright. Yes, I think I can make my way from there.
Yes, it's the one on the left. You should see a very large wall of mountain as well as stone statues, accompanied with a stone bridge that seems to have broken. Right along that path, you'll eventually find it.
Very well. If it is close enough to travel, I may be able to make it, but I probably shouldn't gamble with the attention of my deity.
Yes, Ymir can be quite troublesome. Best not to anger
It is
anybody.
best that I travel back.
I agree.
Asmodi and Scar, will you accompany Alucard to this new location and see it, judge it for yourselves?
Scar's still gone.
I will. But I do need a couple of moments to meditate myself and reflect with Set.
That's very fair. In the meantime, I can gather some of my belongings here and make my way there. Well, wait for you all here.
Sounds good. Then I'll leave it to your good counsel, Alucard, and I look forward to seeing this, perhaps this future homestead for myself.
I do as well, and I hope that it is something of enough quality
I have
and safety.
returned.
Welcome back. They're gonna go off and meditate for the time being. Ymir is calling Baslo away.
But I trust that Alucard is in good hands with you, Scar, and Asmodi, and I trust your judgment to evaluate the plot that Alucard is proposing, and I will make my way there in time. And if you're all satisfied, then we should set down roots as soon as possible.
Indeed. I should check this out. You go rest.
I will. Then travel safely, friends. I look forward to our next meeting.
Alrighty. Well,
Where did Asmodi go?
Asmodi needed to meditate himself. So I believe that they're both going to be, at the moment, behind us.
Indeed. Can we make this trek with just two of us?
The three of us, I think we can. Nixie here is quite capable in and of herself in her own hunting.
Nixie, is it?
It is.
Hello, little one.
I think she's taken fondness to you.
Cute.
Well, if you do need anything, any carrying, then let me know. I have quite the empty holdings myself.
Excellent. Are we for food?
All right. Do you need any bandages or anything? I have a couple of spares.
I'm good for bandages right now. I also have a few healing potions.
I learned of alchemy myself. I've actually been gathering aloe from here because I mainly do not have much over in the beyond the walls. That is something of concern, is that aloe does not tend to grow up there. But we will make do. Can always travel nearby. Is this a shrine? My.
Do you have any potions right now?
I do not on me, but I have the aloe to create some. Although I think I'm going to save them, because I might want to invest further into these healing salves that I've managed to learn. Oh, thank you.
Take that.
Thank you kindly.
Those will help you. Equip them for a faster use.
Yes, much faster. They've saved me plenty of times. What was that?
Kitty cat, I can't ride you.
No, I wish she could, but Nixie here does not, is unrideable. She's much more freelance than most.
Indeed.
Alright.
Alrighty. Let us scout this area quickly.
Yes.
Don't have much time myself, but I think I can make a journey.
Alright. Well, it is going to take some time. If we follow the river and just run through any threats we possibly might encounter, we will make it there at the relatively safest pace. Otherwise, we can cut across the desert itself. Which would you prefer?
Combination of two?
Very well. Oh.
Those who are under-equipped, they do not fare so well. Friends!
Who's this stranger?
Ah!
Another wanderer.
Hello.
Allow me to introduce Groder. Was it Groder? Excuse me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yes, it's Groder.
Groder, this is Alucard Vera the First, and Scar.
Groda.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I think the gods smiled on us several times today. Ymir saw it fit to cross our paths, and I've led Groder here. I trust he is in good hands with you, as we all were wanderers at one point.
Well, Groder, we are about to travel to a location that is going to be quite dangerous, but as long as you stay close and keep your distance from the enemies, I think you will be completely fine. We will be able to eventually
Indeed.
take you to a safer abode. I have a settlement nearby where we're about to search, so you can accompany me there for sleep and stay.
All right.
Well, if you're
I'll
not up
take
to
one.
such a journey, you could stay here, put a bedroll down, claim it as your own, and you can rest here.
I will tag along with you guys.
Alright, well here.
Very good.
Just for the sake of your own life, I suggest you take these. And I do not have any tools.
Fortuitous.
But these will...
We're not Groder. When we met Alucard, he was barely clothed in more, in fact, I think less than you are now.
Yes. I was quite literally only in a loincloth eating bugs for sustenance. But I did build a home that kept me stable.
Indeed.
You will see what the land can provide, Groder. I'll leave you in these gentlemen's good company. And I'll take my leave once again. Lest I find any more wanderers, I shall see you when next we travel.
Thank you for your guidance.
Aslo, did you want to rest here?
I shall make my way over to the other encampment, and I believe I'll make preparations over time to leave and join you in this new location.
Very
I
well.
look forward to your reports.
We hope the reports will be pleasant. Farewell.
Travel well, friends.
Be safe.
Oh, Scar, I found Cersei on the road. Look at this. She was just holding her own.
Huh, imagine
Quite
that.
impressed with her abilities. We have much to discuss. Alright, onward then.
No doubt.
Alright. Well then, Groder,
Come now.
do you happen to know how you got here? The rest of us are quite blind in how we effectively
Yes, They're
arrived.
still putting the pieces together.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That's okay. Your ears are probably fresh with sand. We were asking if you possibly knew how you even arrived here. The rest of us, well, it's all a bit of a blur.
Indeed it is.
It's quite a mystery myself.
No.
I have no idea.
Well,
A familiar tale. Perhaps together we can figure it out.
yes. But, anyways,
Perhaps.
let us make way. As I said, Groder, it's going to be quite treacherous, so stay close and stay out of fighting. I think that if you were to get involved, you may find yourself less equipped than most.
Do you have any weapons to speak of?
I have no weapons in my
Then
possession.
please, follow me.
Alright.
In that crate there should be a set of daggers.
Ah.
You are far too kind.
You take the bracers, the gloves as well. Or at least increase some of your defense. And the bow.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can make you some arrows before our journey.
I do have a load of arrows that I've been pillaging off of people, so if you would like, you could take those.
Yeah, be a spare batch. Oh, wow.
I'm grateful.
There you go.
Do you have any food?
Have nothing but bugs.
Ah, I am also with bugs, but I have plenty of bugs, so I will be totally fine myself. I tend to eat them because I'm not a cook. I'm terrible. I have burned way too much. Have some eggs.
Let's see what we can do about food for you before we leave. No sense in going starving.
Oh, might be a problem. Ah, Rhoda as well. You can take some of these. I have some purified water. It'll keep you calm.
Thank you.
May have to slay a beast nearby.
Uh,
Cook up some meat.
well, luckily there's plenty around.
Indeed. This way.
Thank you, Nixie. There's eggs
Thank
here
you,
as
Russ.
well.
He knows his way around a blade.
He does?
Rhoda.
I've trained quite a bit.
Excellent.
What did you do before appearing in these lands?
Yeah, let's head back.
Alright, you probably have gathered plenty.
Where did Rhoda go? Rhoda?
seems to be back there. Like I saw his head peeking through the wall there. With the trees. Where did he go?
Don't kill it.
Yep. Just so you're aware, your follower here was not pushing the wheel. They just chose to stand still.
Slackers.
Is this one for the wheel?
No, this one's not for the wheel.
Ah, yes, no, this is Groder. He just appeared right after you meditated.
Greetings.
Hello.
Speaking of which, Groda, here, take this for now. It's a bedroll in case you feel as though treachery is going to be happening. You can find yourself some sweet slumber there.
Great.
Alright, well now I think the four of us will be more than capable of making it to where we need to go.
Okay, Groda, take these.
Some dried meat. That should do you fine.
They will last a good while, and they will nourish you on your way.
I'm grateful.
Alright.
In time, you'll learn to create it yourself.
I think we should be on before the sun sets, however. If it does, it'll make it much more difficult to traverse, especially because the fact that, well, it'll be dark.
I do have 2 torches.
I do
2 proper torches.
I have a torch.
I usually travel in the darkness anyway.
That's very fair.
Or 1 with it.
Probably doesn't affect you. Anyways, alright. Just stick with us, Baroda.
Heavy card. Lead on.
Yes, alright. So we still didn't decide. Did we want to cut across the desert or walk along the river?
Does Groda have a weapon?
Groder does have a weapon. He has my old weapons.
Indeed I do.
Good.
Let's cut across the desert, because worst case scenario, we can make it to the slight sanctuary by the hand statue. Let's make a quick space for there. Oh. It's Groda's twin.
Hello, kitty cat. Another young body. Detained by the sands.
Mm-hmm. In the fall of gravity.
Rhoda!
Is that a stone? What is that? Sorry, distracted. Yes, it is a stone. Oh, there's a fish trap in the water. Alright, I was distracted.
Yes, that fish trap is one of mine.
Oh, is it? I was distracted. I thought it was something else in the water. Alright. Ah. More encampments. Glad to see that civilization. embassy civilization is starting its due course.
Indeed. This is the establishment I made.
Ah.
Between Asmodi and myself, we have secured the broken bridge.
Well, that is excellent. This is definitely a safe place then.
Indeed. There's plenty of room on the second floor for a bedroll if you ever need it.
Well, thank you kindly.
There's an easier way up.
Is there? Probably. Ah, you're right. There was a much simpler way. Although, I like to climb. It's one of my only talents, really. What is this over here, real quick?
That is a shaman of Yog.
Ah, another shaman. Greetings, sir. I'm here to benevolate you with Zath.
Stay your hand, stranger. Come, look into the pit.
All right.
Lord of empty abodes awaits therein. I am his shaman, Nuno. Your coming was revealed to me in the whispering of a bat's wings.
He likes to talk to himself, I see.
Oh yes, all the time.
There is a follower of Zath, but they tend to be a little bit more difficult to find. They aren't very common. Zath is seen as, unfortunately, less of a goddess. Alright, well... if we cut across, we're going to be dealing with hyena territory, and that's a little bit more dangerous. Let's go around.
Yes, let's try to avoid them.
Well, we're going to end up going into them one way or another, it seems. Alright. Stay safe, Groder. These are dangerous creatures. Alright.
Nixie is formidable.
Nixie is very well adept. She's been hunting far before I even... Ah! Thank you, Nixie. Nixie's been keeping me safe for a while now. Mainly because I am so oblivious to the surroundings. Alright, anyways. Let us continue forwards. Once we get across this river, we should be on safer ground.
I don't want to hurt you.
Settlement up top.
Yes. They aren't exactly the friendly type, but it's our safest route, so we might have to push through them.
Man, flesh.
Out of the way.
Good shot.
Nixie attack.
Feast.
Groder behind you. And apparently a crocodile has decided to just join this. Oh. Alright.
I go to the great feast.
Is everyone alright?
There's still another.
Alrighty. Well. Yeah, Grota, stay safe. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Good. Alright. Well. That was more so the major threat on the way, so now we should be safe goings from here on.
Okay, could always use more.
There's more for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright. See Asmadi off in the distance, as he normally is. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are those rock creatures. Excellent. Just a quick bandaging. Nothing mortal. Alright.
Who are you?
Oh, I didn't know of this encampment here. There's some arrows in there if you desire. Am I being shot? Oh, I am. We've just about made it to the desert sanctuary that I've built. I guess it's more of a refuge than anything else.
Is that the distance?
Ah, so during your meditation, I had discovered the follower of Zath, and he proclaimed divinity onto me. And I saw a vision of a statue or a sanctuary for Zath. So this is the shrine to Zath. Isn't much, but this was the very first one. Alright, so this is a small abode for yourself, Gopher, or Groda. If you would like, you can also bind yourself to this bed, so that way you can get some rest here, and keep hold of your bedroll. There's also a little bit of some gear in here from my recent travels, so if you would like, you can be able to wear them yourself.
Thank you.
Everyone good on food and water? Because at this point, there's no boundary between us and the next step. So it'll just be quite difficult. We are more than halfway there, though. How are you, Nixie?
Indeed.
Do you need any food? Nixie, you're doing well. What was that? Alright. On my journeys as well, I found a number of terrifying creatures.
As have I.
There's this large tree-like monster to the east. Ugh.
There is. Yeah, I've seen it.
Ah, you have. I did not even dare to get close enough to it.
No, as Marty and I, we saw it and we ran. Behind you.
Thank you, Nixie. Alright.
Blackstone.
Ah, yeah. Very good for smeltery. Groda, here. In case you ever desire to gather your own materials, I have a spare back at my encampment. That one should do you nicely for now.
Well, thank you.
Alright. We must go this way. Have you ever encountered the purple mist?
I have not encountered the birds.
I'd suggest not getting necessarily near it. It's corruption. It'll wither your body very rapidly. Well, not rapidly, but slowly. Quite the opposite of rapidly. Although, it does house an obelisk. One that did not grant me anything, but you can attune to it. If you're in and out as fast as you can, you might not be as corrupted.
I'll take my. I don't think I'd want to take a step into a foreign place I wouldn't know about.
No.
Underground structure.
Yes. This is what they've called the pit. It's filled to the brim with undead creatures, though, including those hyena-looking devices. They're very vicious. I do not suggest we get any closer. Oh no. Rhoda, I suggest you flee. Oh. Alright, so that was not nearly as bad as when I first encountered them.
It did wound me.
Yeah. They quite literally pack a punch. Anyways. Alright. Cut across further. There's safe travel to the down passage over here. Downside of traveling in a large group is you attract a lot of attention.
Your strength is insane, Alucard.
No, that is just merely Nixie. It just looks as if I'm the one hitting, but it's really her.
You sent this beast flop?
Yes, Nixie is my trusted companion. She has been following me for quite some time. Anyways.
That's it.
I keep getting sidetracked in a different direction. Getting lost on my way.
Not bad. Another.
These creatures are everywhere the closer we get into the mountains. How would you fare for a bit of climbing instead? It'd be much faster if we just cut across that wall right there. Refresh on some water as we go by. Clever little bastards prepared an ambush. Alright, this way, Groder. We should eventually be coming to an open field here. Oh, there's gonna be creatures hidden amongst this. Somewhere. There they are.
It's behind us.
In front of us.
As I said, these creatures get more intelligent the further in we go. Preparing ambushes like that's nobody's business. Alright. Ah, much safer. There's the stone statues that I had talked about before. The one directly in front of us is where my current estate is, and then it's just a little bit to the west of it.
You said your current estate.
My current living stature is just beyond that statue, which is the easiest path right now to make it to the location that I found.
What is that? Hack it up.
What was that?
I never thought I'd actually see one.
Ah, yes.
Either.
These creatures are very mighty, but their skin can give you good leather. Very thick and powerful.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes. They're very vicious, though. They can take many hits, and they do not falter from your hits.
So ranged attacks are key.
Yes. I even found a very strange one hovering in the air once. I thought I was going mad. It might have been the sun baking my brain.
Huh.
Alright. I've learned a lot of construction from over the walls. One of such great devices is this. We will not need to climb, for we can ride.
Let's go to the elevator.
I have. Everyone hop on.
Boundary spillway.
Alright, it is quite slow.
Tight squeeze.
It's very tight. Normally it's meant for one, and we have 4 on here. Well, it gives you time to wrap yourself up.
That's a tiger hanging from below.
The tiger will find his way up. She is very capable. She also may be hanging beneath. She might have her
Fairly
claws.
formidable.
Yes.
May have to raise one of my own.
They are very faithful. I found that animal companionship goes much further than those of humankind. Alright. We'll go single file out. Groder, you're up first. Get out. Alright. Good. Everybody made it across. And now we make it into the land that is quite bountiful.
This place is amazing. Good sight.
It's very cool here as well, so you do not have to worry about the heat.
Reminds me of my home.
Ah, are you from the cold?
Yes.
Well, it isn't much, but this is just my current encampment as I'm currently under construction. If we go further east, we'll see the land that I spoke of. It's across a distinct bridge. Just going to set off and put some belongings away. Takes a large amount of gear to construct these blocks, and it's very time consuming to gather them. Alright. That should do fine. Alright, let's be off a little bit further. If anybody needs any food, feel free. I have a pot full to the brim with as much food as you can handle.
Yeah.
Groder, I suggest putting your bedroll here would be suffice. So that way you can stay somewhat close in your rather weakened state. Feel free to put it wherever
Alright.
you'd like, somewhere probably in the grass or on a rock. Alright. Once you have it down, then we'll head out.
Did we all put one down here, just in case?
If you'd like, you are more than welcome to. There's very large expanse here, but I didn't see this place fit for a large headquarters because the foliage will actually get in the way when it regrows. I learned that the hard way. Had a tree grow in the middle of my structure. Alright.
Alright. I set one down, just in case.
Very well. That is totally fine. Follow me. We may run into a pack of wolves on the way. I suggest you be careful, because they are very dangerous. There's wolves and then the occasional bear as well. I hear them. Be careful. Oh. Good work. It's only one of few, though.
Do you have any more arrows to spare?
Not on me.
Wolves ahead.
They're attacking an elk. We can... Oh! There's another one. There's several. Groder, I suggest you be very cautious here. They can very easily pack onto you. Blasted creatures. Oh. Asmati, you are very strong.
Weeks of practice.
That sword of his cuts like the wind.
Ah. Alright. Well, at this point, I believe we have cut across all the wolves that we've encountered. As long as we stay somewhat near this lake. We can cut along this collapsed bridge. Ah, what it would be to reconstruct that. Ooh, quite the fall. Careful. just going to patch my leg up from that fall. Alright, we're just about here. This is the space that I had spoken of. As you can see, it's very expansive, filled with flat land and no debris. If we travel further down this road, we'll also find roving packs of boar that have given me the bounty of food. With a single cut of a cleaver, you can end up getting almost 50 pounds worth of meat.
50 pounds of meat. It must be gargantuan.
They are very large boars. Some are even rivaling Nixie in size.
Goodness.
But I think this spacious lot will allow for large constructions and even possibly headquarters.
Indeed. Have you checked out that watchtower up there?
I have. Unfortunately, the neighboring city, one that I had spoken of before, though being more civilized, they are not nearly as friendly. They still will attack you on sight, but luckily, they don't go beyond their land.
It's good to know. Good to know. Yes, we can definitely build here. What do you think, Asmati?
I think it will do. Depending on how big our clan actually gets.
Indeed.
Yes.
Have you found any ore deposits around here?
I have. I found a very large one, actually, just to our left. It's nearby that bridge. I can show it to you. I've marked it on my own map because of just how much it holds.
Indeed. I'll mark it on mine as well. It'll prove useful in our rebuild.
It will. Careful. Behind you.
Oh, I don't like the name of this place.
Yes, the Chaos Mouth. It is
Indeed.
oddly just a name. I haven't found anything to give it much chaotic energy other than its stature. Whoever built it must have been a master masonry.
What the?
Alright. It's in this mountain here, this ore deposit.
Huh, just up there.
Yes. It starts here, but it finds yourself in a very large bounty towards the end of it.
Oh, the gods.
Yes.
It's all around us.
It's everywhere. It is perfect.
Break out my map. One moment.
Oh my. Scar, would you give me a moment and look over this ridge? I might have found us a better spot.
Holy by Ymir's beard.
I don't know what lives that way, but it's so much space. Fortified walls around us.
Indeed.
Landscape and
And
terrain.
there's a way around. From the site that you picked, there's a way around into it.
Yeah. We can actually construct defendable positions too, in case we do fear the
Indeed.
neighbors. You can actually see
can
their
see-
settlement, yes.
You can see the sediment, and we can see them coming for... well, for miles.
Right. We seem to have left Groder and Asmati behind. We should grab them so that way we can actually show them this.
Indeed. Let's go.
Asmati, Groder. Sorry. We may...
Asmati,
alright.
you have to see this. Rhoda, come. Look at that.
That is quite the view.
It is quite the view.
We were thinking that this would actually make much more of a large settlement for us. My only question is what actually
Yeah.
lives in that area, as I don't know.
Well, we could always have a quick look before we have to head.
It's very...
But if you look ahead, you see that lone tree standing in the middle.
Yes.
We should build around that. That'll give us access to the two locations, deeper into the valley
Ah,
and to the resources that you have supplied, or at least shown us. We'll make that the mark.
that tree. First, folks. What should we call this location, though?
Bastion of the First Folk.
Bastion of the First Folk. I like that.
Indeed. I want to get closer to that tree. May give us a heads up of what is actually in this valley.
Oh yeah, let me clear the way of this rock. How are you doing, Groder? Getting your exercise in?
Yeah.
Excellent. You're keeping up. Well done.
Trying my very well.
Bountiful game in the area?
Yes. This is actually the region where I believe I saw the boars as well. Maybe this...
Yes. I
is-
shall mark this spot. Right here.
I'm going to remove my other marker. Because I don't think we will need it. We may eventually want to build our own watchtower to keep an eye on the neighbors, though.
Agreed.
Indeed.
They keep
They
themselves.
seem to be surrounded on multiple sides.
Yes. They keep themselves well geared in steel.
Steel, you say?
Yes. That's how I got these daggers. They're made of steel themselves.
We may have to pluck one or two of them every once in a while. For their steel.
Understandable. They are very
Yes.
affordable, though. It's very difficult as they
Oh, you
also...
card? You have done very well. This place is perfect.
I'm glad that I have found such a suitable location. Gives us freedom to build. I may keep my abode
Indeed.
off to the distance, and possibly keep it as I desire to make somewhat of a communal place for people. Somewhere where they can
Indeed.
abide and then even make trades themselves, or sell their wares.
Most definitely. Yes, keep your establishments that you've already made. They'll prove useful. I'm keeping mine, but I will build again here.
Yes.
This is amazing.
There are wolves, so we'll have to tend to them. Ah. There's a large amount of wolves that stay within these lands. Be careful, you do not want to fall. There are wolves.
Yeah, I caught myself.
There are wolves littered
There are wolves.
all over. Well, if we train them,
We train them. We hunt with them. We eat them.
precisely.
Yes. Yes, this place has excellent potential.
Well,
I'd give you a medal if I had the medal.
thank you, but I'm just glad.
Hey!
I'm glad that this can work out. Alright, well. With it marked,
Now that we have it marked on our map, let's head back to your safe zone.
yes, I agree. Keeping to the grass. Finding some stealth, I see.
Just surveying the area.
Thank you, Nixie, my faithful companion. Alright. Let us off. I fear those wolves may have...
Incoming.
As I was saying, I fear the wolves might have returned. Ah. My blades have run dull. Hey! I see that end pot has joined my crew. Thank you very much. Nothing. Never mind. Just speaking myself. Wish I didn't build my abode so far away. Didn't realize that I would have found such a stable location just so close. I wonder. Probably not any faster. Ah! Careful, Groder.
Oh, it's a bear.
Yes, these are very ferocious and dangerous. Wish my blades weren't running dull. Shit. Be careful, Groda. Nixie can fend for herself. Thank you, Nixie. My blades had ran dull. Nixie, after we get back, you're going to enjoy a nice long rest. Alright. Further on. We have to go around.
Incoming wolves.
Once again, Nixie, you surprised me. Alright. Are we currently... Yes, okay. More wolves. Behind you. 2 wolves.
Bloody wolves. Excellent. Tough little bastards.
Yes, they don't go down very easily.
This is not the place to be alone.
No, it's very dangerous. That's why I've accompanied myself with animal companionship, because for the most part, those Nordheimers, as they call themselves, are very dangerous. Groder, I think you might actually find something in similarity. They worship the god of Ymir as well. They prefer the coldish areas. For the wolves. Ah! Broder, climb the rocks to safety. I don't have much, so I will hit you with an axe instead.
Alright. Let's go.
Yes. That should be the last of them, though. I think you said... Nixie, I think it is time for you to stand guard here and enjoy your own time. You have been very dutiful. Pumbo, you're next.
trained a bear.
I have.
You actually trained a bear.
It was not easy, let me tell you. I had to bribe him with oodles and oodles of honey. It was very difficult. I was lucky enough to find another individual like Adam here, who desires constructing mass. And he's willing to bear the weight of it all.
You will prove useful in the build to come.
Mm-hmm. And another worshipper of Zath herself.
A true Spider Queen.
Zipped. This will take very long to construct, but it will work. Oop. These are actually in the way. Move these. But this is my current living conditions until I can fully finish my home. It's built out of insulated wood, so it is very difficult because it takes a lot of resin mixed with iron to construct.
Yes, I know the technique myself. I just not have attempted it yet.
But I have loads of aloe and lots of leather. I'm going to attempt to make some healing salves that I read about. Here we go. Put in aloe, mix it with leather. Healing wrap. Ooh, that's going to take quite a long time. But it is well worth it. Alright, Pombo, where are you? Let me give you some food.
Interesting blade.
Ah, is that the hardened steel blade? No. Yes?
Falcata.
Falcata. Do not believe I have such device, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it was in this bench.
Oh. I do not recall. I must have picked it up on my journey at some point.
I put it back.
Oh. By all means. I think you should keep it.
Are you sure?
Yes, I can find another one. I believe that is how I actually acquired it, was through a mutual friend of mine. I think it was Adam over there.
Mutual friend.
I think Adam was the one that was holding it initially. No? Actually, no. It was a Nordheimer that I took it from. They had...
Did I overhear you two say that you wanted to raise a few wolves?
At some point, yes. Oh. Oh my. You have found one. Asmati,
Yes.
I thank you kindly for this. I have my own trained trio of bears, and I think one would do you very nicely.
I
Did
appreciate
you find
that.
some pups? Did you actually find some pups?
You found a pup? Yes.
I did.
Yes. You found pups?
I found 3 in total.
Oh my. Well.
Well. I may have to train a new companion.
I agree. I also learned how to make steel if you were not aware. I could share my knowledge with you if you'd like. Effectively, you have to make what's called steel fire in a cauldron, and then meld iron into it. You can make steel from that.
Interesting.
It's quite simple, actually. All you need is brimstone and tar. Make plenty of it. Oh, yeah. Choice of bugs, too.
I'm actually over-encumbered by taking this pup.
They are quite heavy. If you require, you can store
Indeed.
it here, and I can tame it for you and bring it back to you at a later date. Or you can pick it up yourself.
That would be much appreciated, actually.
Yes, yeah.
That would save the journey. Yeah, let me put it down so you can take it.
Well, you can, yeah.
Yeah, the move.
Alright. Interesting.
You have been busy.
I have. The constructs came slowly as I was building the iron that I needed for my structure.
Indeed.
Each of them takes roughly about 12 iron and a number of trees to make a single cube. It takes far too long to create insulated wood.
Indeed. But the outcome is worth it.
It will be.
At least
I'm excited.
right. And you said you learned the riddle of steel itself.
I have. I've delved a little bit into it. Using steel fire and melding iron. You'll be able to make steel from that. Though I haven't gone too far into the steel itself. And primarily...
Are you able to make anything as of yet?
With steel, I could. Although I am missing a key component in creating the structures with them. Something called black ice is necessary for
Black
considering
ice.
it. It creates black ice reinforced stone structures. I don't know where to acquire the black ice. My assumption is further north, where it becomes much colder.
Indeed.
But I am not.
One day
going
we may
to.
find out.
Yes, but for this time being, I am not even going to attempt such a thing. Especially in my poorly tattered clothes. Don't think that it would fare well.
Asmati,
Yes.
He's healing herbs.
you are a ghost. Once again. I am in need of your aid once again.
What do you need?
My daggers took quite a pounding, and you're the only one with the skill to repair them.
I will repair them for you then.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of daggers, what does I need for mine? I need shaped wood and steel.
Would you be able to do my daggers as well?
I could.
Like,
Do I have any steel on me? I don't. Oh no. Well, for the time being, they'll go in there while I take several of these cutlasses that I just am carrying around. Perhaps I should bring a shield with me as well.
Alucard, is it alright if I take some iron to sharpen our weapons again?
By all means, take what you need. Although I might not have any at the ready.
Where did you get that pickaxe?
Ah, I found it. You're talking about the steel pickaxe that's in there.
Indeed.
Yes, it acts as both an axe and a pickaxe.
And a tool?
Yes. Although I don't think that I'll be using it. If you so choose, you may take it. I don't really intend to... I like to keep them separate.
Indeed.
Especially as I...
Well, we'll keep it here for now.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which... Ska, I had been hoarding arrows for you.
Oh?
Those are all the arrows that I've acquired over this entire journey so far.
Oh my. I would definitely put them to use.
Perfect. I opened up a bear's pack and got 500 iron. Perfect. Well, iron stone, rather, so. Alright. I can add on a little bit further to my construction. Let me find my insulated wood. You know, Pumbo, I think we made some good friends here. Didn't mean to put that there, but I mean it's there now, so. Stability. Ah, hello there. Just adding a little bit
Hello.
further on. Oh, Pumbo, you're in the
By
way.
chance, do you have any gruel around?
Any what?
Gruel.
I don't exactly know what that is. Is that a food?
Food for the thralls.
I don't have any gruel. I do not know how to make that. I haven't quite made a stovepipe yet, and everything I try to cook tends to burn.
Understandable.
Pumbo, your fat butt has blocked me from climbing. Oh, there we go. Weird. which side I can finally begin. Greetings, Mason. How are you doing? Pombo, don't knock me over. Thank you. Rhoda. Pleasure. Ah, you made yourself a greatsword. Or somebody made you a greatsword. One of the two.
I made myself.
Hey. That's very good. You wouldn't happen to need bone meal, would you?
Currently, personally, no.
I found out that dung can make very good compost very quickly in comparison to bone meal mixed with putrid meat.
Indeed. Asmadi has a similar setup south of us.
Oh, really?
He does. How good at you repairing bows?
Not. I can barely construct the first one.
Very good, very good. My bow is still good, but it will, in time, it will need to be repaired. And I lack the skills for this particular bow. Currently.
I wonder, can I construct this? No, I do not have the means of it. But I wonder what it can do. An orb of Nergal. Well. Yeah, as I just recently made these. These should do you much more finely than possibly even those healing potions. I don't know what those can entail. I've never actually used a healing salve myself.
The vials that I gave you, you just drink one down and accelerated healing. You can move while you drink it.
Yes, I've tried the potions myself, but these healing wraps, I don't know.
Do wonders, yes.
Alrighty, well, ooh, these do make quite a lot.
You have any bone around?
I have... Yes. Here, you can take all that. I just recently got that from a bearer's pack.
Thank you. I only needed 2.
Totemic fodder? What is that?
It's one of my experimented foods with animals. I think I'll try it on the bear you gave me.
Oh. Very well. Oh, Scar? Don't know if you're still around. Oh. I also have a massive amount of feathers, in case you wanted those for your arrows.
Yes, I use a bunch of those. Very, very kind, very kind.
Oh. Did you put bear pelt in here?
I did.
You can cut that into thick hide and then make that into thick leather. You can double your output by doing it that way.
Oh, so.
By taking it over to this tannery. Oh. Getting some rest in. Good for you. But yeah, the tanner's table over here, they have a section for bear hide. You put them in and, well, it'll make it. Here, I'll take this.
Just strip all of them.
Oh. But I guess you would get less than if you
So what I was doing was right the first time.
It was. I guess I had been doing this improperly my entire time.
No worries.
I have learned something from you.
Yes, glad I could be of service. Yes.
Resin will always be the bane of my existence.
I think it's time for Groder to go to bed.
Alright, well, when you wake, we will be off to do more.
Alright.
Well done, Groda. It's good to have met you.
Ah, before you do leave, I think with my newly found gifts, would you like to be a member of the First Folk, now that you have also witnessed the location that we possibly will construct? You've traveled just as far as many others. You clearly have some survival skills, even though you may have been tacking with us, but you made it this far by yourself as well.
You did. You proved himself worthy. I agree. You should join us.
I will join.
Very well, then I will figure out how to do that with my newly gifted powers.
Luxury muscle.
There we go. I seem to have already done that by accident at some point during the day.
Excellent.
You are a part of it, and you have been for some time, I guess.
Perhaps Basler was the one who did it.
Maybe. Maybe. That would make sense.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for allowing me to join.
Indeed, and we shall see you soon.
Yes.
I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.
Farewell.
It's
Farewell.
fucking weird.
And he's gone.
What use does bone meal have? Can it help grow things faster?
Good thing I put the bedroll down here. Yes, I put wolf pelts in here as well.
Ah. Fair point.
All the leather, all the thick leather.
Yes, I have quite a number of thick leather as well.
Indeed, this place is perfect for it.
It is. Bears for thick leather, wolves for normal and fur. And if you ever do desire more thick leather, you can travel downwards towards the desert and find yourself. My God. That is beautiful. I must learn of these ways.
Asmati, you never cease to amaze me.
Incredible.
Quite intimidating. I would not want to meet that in battle.
I would not either.
Leda, you're looking good.
I think Pumbaa is jealous.
I give Asmati 20 minutes and you have another set ready. But anywho, my friends, I'm going to go curl up on my bedroll
Alright.
I'll meditate on today's events. Alucard, again, well done on finding that location.
Thank you. It was by mere chance that we luckily found the other location that turned out better than ever thought.
Indeed, cresting that hill, overlooking that glade, it was something of a story.
Yes. It's like fairy tale.
Indeed. It'll be perfect. And nicely located for the rest of this land to explore. Asmati, a pleasure as always.
Agreed, Scar. Sleep well.
You too, my friend. And, keep doing what you're doing with the animals. It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Alucard, I'll see you soon.
Farewell.
Hey!
Well, Asmati, I'm going to search out to gather more resin, as it's going to take me a very, very, very long time. There is lots to explore if you so choose, or you can tag along as well. I plan to go further in to go get more iron as well.
I think I'll join.
Alright. Glad to have you. Finish depositing my junk, because I have too much of it. Oh, well, how are you on food? You could do with some more. I'll take from the throw pot, just because I have so much. There you go. Enjoy these cooked fish. There we go. I turned off my black candle. Ah, Scar has followed me. Thank you kindly. Let me see here. Let's throw in more ammo again, because it's too full at this moment. Not quite. Take those singular things. Ah, you've made plenty of gruel.
It's the one thing I learned from Duncan.
Duncan? I haven't met this Duncan before. But if his only thought process is gruel, then I have a few complaints I might want to pitch.
He has a habit of trying to persuade.
Ah, I see. Alright. With that, I am more than capable. Can store away some of these healing salves that I have. Put them in here for now. Mainly because I just don't have the space. Alright. Onwards. Towards... Well, I suppose we could also go further. If you wish, we could also find ourselves some of those Nordheimers up by the scouting towers by the bastion. Good times to you as well, Scarf, in your slumbering dreams. Oh, you stay safe. You're still but a small little bear. You are not very capable yourself. seems that Smutty is finished. It's alright. He does as many things. Stay back. Umbo, I feel that you might just be a little bit too big. Ah! Asmati, you came out of nowhere once again. Pumbo, you grow strong.
It is a habit I have developed trying to survive.
Just vanishing into the dark. Even though it's bright out in daylight.
Danger is around every corner.
I don't take your word for it. There have been many times where I've fallen myself unconscious out in the wilderness. Oh my, I find myself in quite a problem. Pumbo, please be careful. Pumbo, flee! Oh no. Asmati has fallen unconscious. I'm sorry, friend. Asmati? Oh no. Asmati, I am so sorry. I only fled over the hill because Pumbo was not doing well. Well, Asmati, when you regain consciousness, you may find that you are lacking some things. These wolves are not stable. Your body is still going to be here for quite some time while you're unconscious, so you may be able to find yourself once again. Ooh. Perhaps I should have brought... Yeah, that would have been the smarter thing, Pumbo. Now I'm just beating a dead horse with this, hoping to get some savory flesh for you. Well, meantime, while I protect unconscious Asmati, I'm going to gather some more. Resin is such a rare commodity to come by. It's terrible. Almost feels I would have better luck just chopping down the trees and turning that into resin. Do another food run here shortly. Alright, I'm going to change my tactic into gathering wood instead. It'll effectively take less time, just because then I'm turning it into dry wood. But nevertheless, this is probably much faster. Asmati, if you intend to make it to your body, it's still here, but I can understand due to your distance. Won't you be a dear and carry these extremely heavy iron stones for me? So much iron is required in life. Once we make it back, I'll see what I can learn in construction. Oh boy, I hope you're not feeling encumbered. No, you're not. You're fine. Some terrifying music is playing. I don't necessarily need the call at this moment. What was that? Ah. Perhaps I should climb that and find out what it is that could be up there. Ah! We're at. It's a pleasure.
Hi there, Alucard. See you again.
Yes. Was not expecting you. I see you have a fine horse companion there with you.
Yeah. It was very difficult to find a horse.
Was it? I can't imagine.
I was going down the river and I found you there. How is it going? How has the day been?
It's been going well. I have just recently brought actually the first folk to possibly find their permanent, or rather, more permanent stay apart from the desert. Speak.
Oh, so the first folk has moved up here?
Yes, they're starting to. Well, we just found the location and we're going to move from there, but apart from that, they have also granted me access to invite you to the clan.
Oh well, thanks for that, for real. I wanted to join the first folk for a while. That's good news. I'm going to be here to help anyone who needs it with the moving of the things.
Perfect. Well, at the moment, I don't think they're planning on moving everything over. I think that some of it's going to stay there, as it is the first home, in case there are other first folk to arrive. But apart from that, I'm out gathering more belongings, so that way I can further build my abode.
Well, that's great. I'm going to go to explore a little bit, and I guess I'll see you later then.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to see you again. Thank you for the help. Come along, Pumbo. Pumbo, I know you have not met him, but that is Morat. I brought Nixie with me at the time, but I had randomly found his abode. It is further up north. It's very far away, actually, up in these areas. I was exploring these shattered springs, cut across this mountainscape into the river Send, and found these 3 ward towers that I'm very curious of, but it is very heavily guarded by the Nordheimers. Is that a snort? What was that? Pumbo. Isn't it beautiful, Scar? We will never have ore troubles again. And I've only done maybe half of it. Oh, I see what's weighing me down. Ah, much better. Don't need all that stone in the way. Not with what I've got going on. There's even a little bit of some coal here, too. Perfect. Although I don't think... Well, maybe. 128 from 2 ore spots is quite a lot of, coal. Alright. Well, now that this has been bottomed out for now, I'll come back in 20 minutes when it's back. Thank you, Pumbo, for holding all of that. I'll take these bugs from you, so that way you can carry some wood for me. Alright. Pumbo, you are extremely dutiful, and I thank you. Nixie could not nearly hold as much. Starting to get a little dark. See, I can speak bear as well. I think I'm going a little mad. There were 2 trees hidden there. Did not see that. Ah, Murat! I had a quick question for you.
Tell me.
Well, I've been gathering a lot of resin, and as a result I end up picking up a lot of bark. I have too much bark for my bite. Terrible joke.
Well,
But, if you're ever in need of bark, just let me know.
yeah, I'm kinda in need of that. Are you willing to trade your bark for something?
Absolutely. If you have any resin at all, I'll take that. Or any compensation by coin would also work, I feel.
I have gold coins. How much bark do you have?
I'm not at the top of my head. I'm not entirely sure, but I can. They're back at my facility. So if you would follow me, I can grab some for you, or I can bring it to your estate.
Well, whatever you prefer. I don't have problem following you.
All right, then you can just follow me. That way you can also find my location.
Let's go.
Behind you, I think I heard some more wolves. Yes. My, you are very strong.
Well, thanks for that.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Careful there, there's a bear. Don't get my bear Pumbo confused with this cretin.
Oh, believe me, there's no way I can fuse them.
Excellent. How are you doing, Pumbo? Ah, you're doing fine. I'm quite famished. Murat? I think I've lost him. Ah! Asmati! You've awoken.
I have.
That's good to hear. There you go. Alright. Fun. It's down to wolves. In unison now?
Hi there, I'm back.
Ah, welcome back. Asmati, this is Murat. I think you and Scar met him once?
Yeah,
I know I
we
have.
played before.
Well, we were just making it back to our, well, my estate, so we're just over the crest now, Murat, and we'll be there shortly. Going the wrong way. Ah. Going the wrong way. turned around. There we are. Still under construction, but it does what it does.
I must say that it's quite the place.
Now, bark, bark. Bark. I know I have more somewhere. Oh, here we go. How does 500 sound? What up? Ah, how does 500 sound?
Well, that looks good. Are you willing to take either gold coins or a foal for it?
Gold coins works.
Okay. How much?
Considering it's not very hard to find, would you say 2 gold for 576?
That's fine. Let me go and find them. I'll be right back.
Alright. I should probably eat. It's been some time since I've eaten last. Oh no, I forgot to take out my food from this. How foolish of me. Pumbo, come here. I was able to gather approximately 4,000 iron stone.
That is a healthy number.
Yep, I think I will be good on iron for quite some time. But I just now need resin, which is the main concern. At all points of time.
Just don't let Duncan near it.
Duncan near the resin?
No, the iron.
Ah. Well, it'll be very quickly turned into reinforcements, so...
Also, I found this on my journeys.
Oh my word. This is very, very kind of you. I can make so much shaped wood from this. So much, in fact, that I'm going to start needing more dry wood. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no.